Good morning, students. Today we are going to do a lesson from Flamingo, The Lost Spring by Ennis Jung. We did the lesson first part. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage, which was a story of Sahib-e-Alam, a rat picker, who lived in Simapuri. And the pathetic condition, the miserable condition of all rat picker children. Today we are taking up part 2 of this lesson. I want to drive a car. Writer visited this city of Firozabad. And there she met a child called Mukesh, who is another victim. He is a child laborer. He works in a bangle factory. But during conversation with this child, she came to know his dream, and that is to become a motor mechanic. Firozabad is a center of India's bangle making and glass blowing industry. And this place, which is adding to the country's economic growth and development, here, sadly, people are living in poverty. The workers' condition is miserable, and children are working in these factories. And Mukesh is one such child whom the writer meets, and with him she goes round the city. When Mukesh takes her around the streets of Firozabad, she sees that Mukesh and children like him, they are living in stinking surrounding, choked lanes, with garbage piled all around. Their houses are not properly built. They are living in half-built shacks, in a collapsing stage, thatched dead grass roof, iron doors which are coming out. And Mukesh is living here with his family of 3 generations. His brother, sister-in-law, father and grandmother. And the family uses firewood stove, aluminium utensils. Mukesh's family is like others. Here children and families do not know that it is illegal for children to work. And moreover, they are working in such conditions, such as close proximity to furnaces, high temperatures, and they are posing great risk to their eyesight. They are getting a whole lot of breathing problems, skin diseases, and many such ailments. This is the plight of all child laborers, and which is brought through the story of Mukesh. And there is another girl called Sarita. She is a young unmarried girl, and she also belongs to a family of bangle makers in Firozabad. Probably she is at this time engrossed in making bangles. But she will probably not realize that one day when she will grow up and her head is draped with a red veil, her hands dyed with red henna and bangles, she will become a bride. But probably the author fears that she may not have eyesight to see the colors of her bangle, which is a symbol of suhag for an Indian woman. The condition of glass bangle factory at Firozabad, which is a hub of bangle making, is brought through in this lesson in a very precise and vivid manner. The place Firozabad is adding to country's economic prosperity. But sadly, the working place is miserable. Small huts, dark, no light, very poor ventilation, high temperature. The lanes are full of smokes, shanty town, stink of garbage everywhere. The walls are falling, the doors are coming out, there are no windows, narrow lane, overcrowded with humans and animals, living in a very miserable state. Thousands of adults and around 20,000 children, they are working and they are posing great risk to their eyes, to their health. They are facing whole lot of ailments, breathing problems, respiratory diseases, skin problems. The dust of polishing glass bangles is adversely affecting their eyes and lungs. As far as economic condition of the place is considered, is taken into account, it is very bad. The people here are exploited by the sahukars, money lenders, middlemen who earn profits at their cost, politicians, police, bureaucrats. They are sharing profits and the real workers are exploited. Their workers are not allowed to form organizations, unions. They are beaten, exploited. They are compelled to live very substandard, unhealthy, and they are deprived of even the basic needs. The place poses a great health risk. Accidents, loss of vision, skin burns, bronchitis, physical and mental weakness, genetic problems, they are all due to the exposure to chemicals and unhealthy working conditions. The writer feels that they should form a cooperative. Before this, let us try to understand what is a cooperative. A cooperative is an association of persons, you can say an organization, that is owned and controlled by people to meet their common economic, social, cultural needs, aspirations through a jointly owned and democratically controlled business. Here, people of the same workforce, they can join together and they can promote their own economic interests. Some of the most renowned cooperatives in India are Amul, Shri Mahila Gruha Udyog, Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative, which is also the largest cooperative in the world. Writer has a suggestion for the young people, and the suggestion is, why don't you form a cooperative? But they are not willing. Most of the young bangle makers, they have fallen into the traps of middlemen. They're afraid of police. They think the police will haul them, beat them, drag them, take them to jail, do something illegal with them, because they feel that they would be doing something illegal by forming a cooperative. There is no leader amongst them, so that they will be able to see things differently. They are afraid to dream. They cannot take initiative. The young men have also become like old men. They can do nothing except bangle making. That is their inherited business. It is their family lineage, and they cannot break apart from it. Their family lineage is bangle making, and they cannot do anything else. They feel they are not fit for anything else. The writer finds in Mukesh a dream, and this dream is to break his family lineage and learn how to become a motor mechanic. But the writer fears. His dream looms like a mirage amidst the dust of streets that fill his town, Firozabad, famous for its bangles. The dream of Mukesh to become a motor mechanic, will it be possible or not? One side, during the conversation, the writer finds the child very keen to be a motor mechanic. As he says, I will learn to drive a car. When towards the end, the writer says that, how will you go to the garage? The child says that even if the garage is far, I am going to walk. Then the writer says, do you also dream of flying a plane? And he immediately says, no. Probably there is passion in Mukesh's dream, but the writer explores the possibility. Maybe or maybe not. Probably this child's dream would also be crushed and shattered like Sahib, because the family lineage is to make bangles. Will he be able to break it? Few aeroplanes fly over Firozabad. The condition of workers of Firozabad is very poor. They cannot dream of big things. Probably they have never seen an aeroplane. Becoming a motor mechanic is a great challenge for Mukesh. And probably he wants tangible dreams, dreams which are attainable. And that is why he says no when the writer offers that he can also fly a plane. He could never dream of higher things in his life. Say of becoming a pilot. Probably he doesn't know. He has never seen an aeroplane.